over the years. Brazil have won this trophy 3 times, Uruguayans 3 times, Argentines twice. As we start the second half here, with Sao Paulo well aware that really they're pretty fortunate to be 1-0 in the lead. In terms of statistics, AC Milan had 8 shots to Sao Paulo's 1 in the first half. And one of those shots, of course, hit the bar by Massaro. And a couple might perhaps have done better. One from Albertini, one from Papin. Sao Paulo were under a lot of pressure. Telly Santana will know that, but they're pushing forward here, the opening stages of the second half. As Leonardo tries to get one in, and that was a brilliant piece of play by the former Valencia player. Just skidding across the front of Rossi's goal. Could that have gone in from that angle? It almost did. He was a bit worried as Palhinha came in. Leonardo and the midfield players of Sao Paulo have really been under a lot of pressure in this game. Managed to get forward like that on too many occasions. Here's Panucci. Forward for Papin. That's an easy one for the big defender Ronaldo. But it means a bit more space gained by Milan. Desailly. Not an easy one to clear. Leonardo forward, but again not decisive enough for Palhinha. Kicked away. Gino. Cerezo quickly towards Cafu, the attacking defender. Gino. 4-1. Well, I wonder what Fabio Capello said to his Milan side. They played pretty well in the first half. There's a free kick here that might help them. They're trailing by 1-0, but surely if they keep up the momentum they had certainly in the first 25 minutes, they must have a chance of getting back into this game. This time last year, of course, Barcelona were 1-up, then lost 2-1. It could act in reverse here for Sao Paulo. So Donadoni on the ball. Wide on the right-hand side is Panucci. Yellow card for not retrieving far enough. Donadoni chips forward. It's away by Muller, back in the defensive role. Back in by Panucci. Panucci going again. Cerezo beats him to it, but it's still every player except Muller back in the defensive role now for Sao Paulo, as the big long one comes in with Panucci in there. No, he didn't get it. Desailly knocks it back in again. It's a difficult one as Massaro gets in. Massaro's got it. It's Sao Paulo delayed, and Massaro swooped, and it's 1-1. Delight for AC Milan, despair for Sao Paulo, because they should have got that clear. Zetti should surely have come for that. As Desailly knocked that back in to the penalty area, surely that should have been comfortably cleared. But Massaro's put them back in the game. So this is a partially cleared throw-in. Desailly knocks it back in again. Not a constructive ball at all. Where's the goalkeeper? Well, he's too late. He's stuck on his line, and it's 1-1. Massaro the scorer. It's a ball that he should attack, and he doesn't. And Massaro beats Raducioiu to it, and Milan are level. He did well to get in on that. There wasn't an easy half volley, but that should have been the goalkeeper's ball. Here they come again. A free kick. Now that will give AC Milan exactly the encouragement they needed. They've been the better side in the first half. Now they've picked up a goal early in the second half, and all being well, they could add to that. Chance perhaps for a direct drive. Desailly has got a big boot on him. Desailly drives, and I don't know whether that was a shot or whether it was a pass towards Raducioiu, but it was pretty uneventful. But nevertheless, that ball he put into the penalty area from that half cleared throw in has put AC Milan and Capello and his team back into this contest. And very much wide open now. Panucci wins that. Offside by at least 2 Sao Paulo players. Cerezo getting forward into the midfield position. I wonder if the sun was a problem for Zetti. And now he puts his cap on to protect him. Cerezo, a difficult ball from Gino. Gino's giving it away again. That's happened quite a lot. And it's Donadoni who rarely gives it away. And then here's Massaro again. Well, he was quickly closed down. That was some ball from Donadoni. A mistake by Gino. And the tackle was a good one in the end. Needed an extra touch, Massaro, before he got the shot in, but that was a lovely crossfield pass. It's Milan right on top here. Maldini is on the near post. Raducioiu over the far post. There's Maldini. There's Raducioiu here, knocks it out here to Massaro. Not quite accurate enough. And they closed him down a bit quickly. Albertini wide to Donadoni. Does well, but fouled by Cafu. Not looking too good at the moment for Sao Paulo. They're losing their cool a little bit and giving away free kicks in very dangerous areas. Now Donadoni, Maldini's pushed up here. Back to Albertini. Desailly's over the far side. Good jump, and here's Papa. Oh, and Raducioiu looked ready to swoop on that one. As Panucci put it into the middle. They're very much on top now, AC Milan. They can turn this game in their favour. Raducioiu down the right-hand flank for that one. Good return. Panucci. Papa's in the middle. A lot of players making themselves available for AC Milan. Here's Donadoni playing on the left-hand side in this half. So far. Albertini and Donadoni again. Play on, that was a dive, said the referee, no foul. Cafu. Oh, Cafu gets away with that one well. Cerezo ducks away from Desailly, that is a foul. Almost tackled the referee as well. Well, Tenny Santana must have acknowledged that Milan were a little bit unlucky in the first half, considering again putting Junior on in place of Cerezo. Offside though against Leonardo here. Trying to get back into an onside position, failed. The line pushed up by Baresi again. Desailly, not totally elegant, but seems to do some effective things. That was a little bit silly by Cerezo, giving another unnecessary free kick away, and his days might be numbered in terms of playing here for Sao Paulo at least. Albertini makes a run towards the near post. Up he goes. It's Leonardo to get it away. Doesn't do too well though. He should have been quicker with it. Donadoni switches again to that right flank. Panucci pushes forward. They're all on the attack here, but the shot had no venom. Back he goes into a defensive role. With a wild kick by Zetti. And it's Panucci with the throw. Doriva. And Sao Paulo have been driven a long way back at the start of this second half. They haven't really got a shape to midfield at all yet. Valber under a bit of pressure. did well there. Cafu, Doriva, Andre, Panucci leaning on his man, and the referee gives a free kick. Not a foul there. Cerezo, again, nicely cut out by the Milan defence. And Panucci's gone down the right-hand side. There's a lot of space for him. Doriva comes across to try and slow him down. Succeeds for the moment. Donadoni supporting him now. Desailly totally in control at the moment. AC Milan, as Maldini gets forward, tries to get a return from Raducioiu. It wasn't good enough. They still have possession though. Baresi. A lot of space now for the Milan players, making Sao Paulo chase shadows here. Massaro strongly trying to get through a combined challenge of Gino and Cafu. Another free kick. Desailly gets up over the far side to support Raducioiu and Papa. Papa making a run to the near post. Not a good one. The angle wasn't quite right. Pursuit in vain. Throw in. AC Milan winners here, of course, in 89 and 90. 1-0 and 3-0 against Colombian and Chilean opposition then. Now it's 1-1 against Sao Paulo, Brazil. Very much in control at the moment, though, AC Milan. Desailly, Maldini here. Massaro goes wide on the left-hand side. The challenge on Albertini, but he still manages to knock it around. This is good play and a great spell by the Italians. Raducioiu couldn't get there. Falbert, but he's under pressure to get it away now. No back pass, of course. That's clever. Can he clear it beyond the penalty area? He can't. Desailly gets it back in again. Papin can't control it. Now there's a bit of space for Andre, but not for long. They're chasing, they're harrying, but that's a free kick. But this is a difficult time for Sao Paulo and a bad time for young Andre, who gets involved in unnecessary activity, and Papin is shown the yellow card. Well, that was an unnecessary reaction after the event, not the foul itself. So that's 2 yellow cards on our count for Cerezo and Papin, 1 each. And it's 1-1 here in goals as Doriva picks it up for Sao Paulo. Maldini easily cuts it out as it was heading for Cafu. Now Cafu's lacking in defence at the moment. Now on the right-hand side for Raducioiu was Papin, misunderstanding there, and it all breaks down. Strange enough, they play it well in tight circumstances, but then when there was a bit of space, they made a miss of it. But Sao Paulo are giving it away. They've regained it. Cerezo to Miller. Good turn, but into trouble. Desailly is there to clear. Raducioiu. Desailly coming to support him. He's a strong player. Hasn't got the elegance of some of the Milan ball players, but he's very effective in midfield after an uncertain start. Oh, that wasn't much of a challenge from Panucci. Massaro. 1-1, but it's Milan in control. On the right-hand side is Donadoni. Don't think you can do it. Not quite good enough with that crossfield pass. But bearing in mind the injury list that Milan have got at the moment, this is some performance. And it looks as if a change is imminent for Sao Paulo, with Juninho warming up. But the injury list for AC Milan includes at the moment Van Basten, Boban, Laudrup, Carbone, Simone. Hang on for a moment as Leonardo gets down the left-hand side. It's a good one, it's there! They've scored! It's Toninho Cerezo! Again on the counter-attack, and they're back in the lead. Just as Milan were getting a firm grip on this game, Rossi concedes a second. It's only really the third attempt that Sao Paulo have had, It's Toninho Cereza, the 38-year-old veteran, converts the cross from Leonardo. Good ball. Great goal. Totally once more against the run of play, and Rossi must be kicking not only himself but his defenders. A little lack of concentration, and the old man has put the Brazilians back into the lead. Great run by Leonardo. An easy one for Toninho Cereza, a player who bought out his own contract to come back to Brazil from Italy, arriving in time for the Libertadores Cup and last year's Toyota Cup. Now makes his mark in 1993 with the second goal for Sao Paulo. Substitution. Albertini is going off, and it's Orlando who comes on. Raducioiu looks as if he's also coming off, so double substitution. With Tassotti waiting to get on as well, I think. Well, there it is then. Tassotti coming on for Raducioiu, and Orlando coming on for Albertini. With 10 minutes of the game left and 2-1 to the South Americans. Orlando is fouled, but indeed there was an original infringement on Donadoni before that by Cafu. So Milan bringing on two fresh sets of players with Tassotti playing on the right-hand side. That means Panucci will push forward in a more striking role, and Orlando on the left-hand side. And here it is. And it's a goal by Papa. By Massaro with the back flick. Massaro knocks it in. It's 2-2. Wonderful stuff by Milan just as they made a couple of substitutions, and it pays off superbly. Massaro and Papa working very well there. And it's 2-2 with 9 minutes left. Cross from the right-hand side. Good bit of play by Donadoni. There's Massaro. There's Papa. And it's 2-2. And Milan are back in it. Beautifully done. Lovely cross from Donadoni in the first place. But Massaro, I think, must take most of the credit for that one. So 2-2 with Papa equalising for AC Milan. Now we should have a bit of a final fling with Massaro driving forward. 4 goals, the most we've had in this competition, but I suspect we're going to get more. Lovely goal by AC Milan, just at the time when Sao Paulo looked as if they might get another one on the break. Juninho, wide open play now. In the inhibited first half, but this has been a marvellous second half. Andre to Juninho. Is Andre. Andre can cross it now, but he always prefers the left foot, and that's a wasted opportunity by the young fullback. And the throw in now, with Capello looking like a lot of the crowd here, fairly excited by the prospect of what we're going to get in the last few minutes. The flick by Massaro, the header by Papa, and that means we have a marvellous last few minutes to look forward to. There's Orlando, chased by Massaro. Knocked out by Gino, but they look fresher. They look as if that goal could be the thing that turns the game for them, but I think I said exactly the same thing when they equalised at the beginning of the second half, and Sao Paulo on the counter-attack were lethal. Massaro beaten by Gino. So out it go again. How hard he's worked, a player who can't regularly get into the side when all the Milan stars are available, but he's been very effective here. Desailly wide to Tassotti. Leonardo in a bit of trouble. And trickles out for a goal kick. Well, in 1989, AC Milan won this one by beating Nacional of Medellin by 1-0. In 1990, they won it by beating Olimpia by 3-0. But they're up against different opposition here. They've come back twice from being behind. They've conceded a free kick here, which is a long way away from Rossi's goal, and it's indirect as well. But you can never tell with the Brazilians. Again, Gino and Leonardo on the ball. Switch wide to Cafu. Back here for Doriva. Valbert, an up and under. That's a hard one for Cafu, which Maldini wins. Donadoni's had a fine match. Forward goes Orlando, the substitute, with no real chance of getting it. Another of the Milan players who rarely gets a chance in the opening lineup. Cerezo, Desailly onto him and gets the ball off him too. Massaro, that was a good bit of play. He's been lively, could have had a goal himself in the first half. And both coaches knowing that the next goal could well decide the outcome of this 14th Toyota Cup. 2-2 at the moment. Possibility of extra time with 4 minutes left of the original 90 minutes. Massaro. Desailly. Space on the right. Tassotti and Panucci down that right touchline. Andre tries to get to him. Trying to push him back. Oh, that's not a good one from Tassotti, a very experienced international. Cerezo to Doriva. Gino. And finding Leonardo. Does well to keep possession here. Darts forward. And forward goes Muller. And doesn't know where it is. It's gone in! It's a goal! It's gone in! And they're in the lead again! Incredible! How on earth did he get that goal past Rossi? Incredible, with less than 3 minutes to go. They're in the lead again. Lovely ball forward, but how on earth did that ball go in? All sorts of activities on the bench. Referee wants to get the game restarted. Muller is the goal scorer here as Cerezo puts it forward. The chase is on Baresi, the goalkeeper. It goes off Muller, he doesn't know where it is. Baresi can't get it. It's 3-2. Now watch Muller as he challenges here with the goalkeeper and Baresi. He's searching for the ball. It's in the net. Lovely ball from Cerezo. Not particularly good goalkeeping by Rossi, but it's 3-2. And that's some challenge from Jorginho. That's a free kick. So Milan have had most of the game, but it's Muller who could have the last word for